Good morning, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name's Adam. This is my channel, Adam Sews, and this is this week's Friday Sews, and this week is slightly different. So today I am coming to you from the car park of a garden centre where I am very fortunately getting to meet the lovely Carol from Sew Carol. Me and Carol are good friends. We've known each other for quite a while now. And we don't get to meet up often enough, so I'm quite excited because we're going to go for a tea and cake in the garden centre. So we've met sort of halfway. I'm here a little bit early. I imagine Carol will turn up any minute now, and yeah, we're going to have a little mooch around and a little nice morning together. And then when I get back, I will go through what's been happening this week. I got the pleasure of spending all of yesterday afternoon with the lovely Catherine from Soverton Makery. So I've had a right bumper weekend of sewing friends. And then tomorrow I'm going to Catherine's sewing social over in Overton in Hampshire, which is going to be brilliant. And I have been up most of the night because I couldn't sleep. I have no idea why. I eventually got to sleep at about 4:30 and then I woke up again at 7. But I spent most of the evening, well, most of the night going through my sewing room trying to find my Goslin shirt pattern because I wanted to cut 2 out to take with me to the social so I could hopefully try and get 1 or 2 sewn up, seeing as though it's a whole day of sewing and I can make the whole entire thing on my featherweight because it's got French seams. So that is me back home. I had a lovely little catch up with Carol for a couple of hours and we had some tea and we talked and put all the words to rights. And it was so lovely to catch up with her again. She did bring me a package that has come from the lovely Jen in Florida, which I'll go through with you in a moment. But first I want to start off with what I've been sewing this week. And I haven't actually got that much done this week. I haven't really had that much time to sew in terms of making up any custom orders or anything like that. I did take the one day off at the weekend to have a mindful sewing day and just sew for myself. And I sewed up the quilt top, which is a new pattern to me, which is called the Visionary quilt. I sewed this version. I've got a picture on my Instagram of the centre and I'll insert a photo here of the finished quilt top. Obviously it's not quilted yet. If you haven't made this quilt pattern and you like the look of it, I would highly recommend it because it goes together really quickly. It uses a decent amount of fabric. It's not one of those, it's a really big quilt, but it doesn't use like incredible amounts of one thing. Like the background fabric, I think it's only 3.5 yards and the rest of them are sort of like fat quarters and a little bit of the contrast. So it's actually a lot more. Well, I can actually tell you, it uses 3 yards of backing, 1.5 yards of the accent fabric, and then the multicoloured parts, which you can just change out for whatever you want. You only actually need about, I think it's 1 fat quarter of each, or 0.25 of a metre or a yard. So it's literally like 1/4 of a yard for the accent colours. Really, really awesome pattern. Highly recommend. It's a Taralee Quiltery pattern, and I am going to go and download a couple more of her patterns because this went together so quick and it finishes up at 72 inches squared. I am tempted, however, to put another 6-inch border on it, so it'll be 70 to 84 inch square, if that's right, if my maths is right. Yes, it'll be about 84 inch square finished, which will just give me a little bit of room for shrinkage once the batting and everything's in there and it's been washed. So yeah, that's what I've sewn up this week. I am going to go through, I'm just looking over actually, I've just noticed that I actually have been through and cut a load of pre-cuts because these quilt blocks over here, my Liberty and Laurie Holt mashup ones, I am taking with me with my featherweight, and I'm going to take some pre-cut Goslin shirts, as I mentioned earlier, with me to Catherine's social tomorrow. So that is what is going with me to the social. And then what actually turned up, oh, I've actually got 2 things turn up. One is the lovely Thomas, who is, I think it's Thomas Eugene Creates on Instagram. I will pop a link to his Instagram page down below. If you don't know him and you haven't followed him, go and have a look. He makes some of the most beautiful quilts you've ever seen. He uses quite a lot of tulip pink fabric and a lot of other fabrics as well. I think he also uses a lot of Kaif. But he sent me a Daydreamer charm pack in exchange for some small, I sent him like a bag of out of print offcuts. And we did a little swap because I collect charm packs from each of the ranges, and the only charm pack that I haven't got was Daydreamer. I've only got a jelly roll here, which now I can use the jelly roll because I've actually got, because I keep one of these for as many ranges as I can get my hands on as archive, so that even if I run out of a fabric, I always know that I've always got a 5-inch square of every fabric from each line. It makes sense to me. But yes, that turned up this week. So the lovely Carol, because she was in America recently, she did bring me back some Sour Patch Kids and some Swedish Fish because she knows me too well and they are my favourites. So thank you, Carol. And then my box that came from the lovely Jen in Florida turned up because this went on a bit of a round the houses trip and got redelivered. Sorry, I'm just reading a lovely little card that Jen's put in there. It got redelivered back to Jen, and then it went back out again, and then it went back to Jen, and then Carol ended up bringing it back with her. So yeah, so I haven't actually seen what's in here yet. So I know that there are these, which are the most adorable little bowl cozies with little Christmas dogs on them, which are too cute. And these look the perfect size to fit our little round cereal bowls that we use. So I'm looking forward to popping those in the kitchen because we quite often have, we are a bit of a sucker for ramen noodles. We absolutely love ramen noodles, and quite often if we're at home together for lunch, quite often we'll have a bowl of ramen noodles. So these will fit our ramen noodle bowls perfectly. So thank you very much, Jen. She's popped in some Dove Men Care Ultra Hydra Cream, which is always handy because I do love having some nice hand cream near my sewing machine because your hands do get dry when you're sewing as much as we all do. There is some lovely little Lindor chocolates, which I'm going to actually take upstairs to hubby because he loves those. There's some lovely cocoa butter lip balm, which is one of my favourites. There's some little Christmas pom-poms, which are adorable. They are going to go up on here so that I can look at them when I'm sewing. A little Christmas bauble full of Florida sand and seashells, which will go on my reindeer up here with all my other Christmas ornaments while I trip over a dog bone. And then she sent me through some lovely little Harry Potter fat apes or fat quarters. Oh, the fat quarters, which are super cute. I've actually got the cushions, match these, on the little chair in our spare room so I can make something to match. There is some little cozy, these are going straight in my car. These go in the bottom of your cup holders to soak up any moisture from your cups, which will go in there in also with my little Starbucks sleeve because I love a Starbucks just like Jen. There's a little Starbucks gift card in there which is super generous, and there is a lovely little sewing keyring. So thank you so much, Jen. Christmas in spring is always fun. So that's it from me this week pretty much. I haven't really got much else to say. I'm going to try and get some filming done tomorrow while I'm at Catherine's social, so that I might actually be able to share that with you, because every time we go we always end up getting chat and then nothing ever gets filmed. So I will see you all soon. Happy Friday. I hope you get some sewing done this weekend, and I will be back soon to talk to you about even more sewing. Take care. Bye for now.